Hey YouTube, it's KFoged here again with the third episode in my podcast series One and Done, where we talk about one training offense and defenses. The agenda for today is building on episode 2, so please go to the description and watch episode 1 and 2 before this one. We will talk about closing the side door and the straddling lost player. So the way to close the side door will be simply by not having a side door, putting everybody close. Godfrey, a really good tabletop coach, swear to this. He will straddle the line up here, but we'll get back to that in a second. But for now, just let's do it against no side door, because everything has its limits and its upsides. Up in the corner we have the different setups against the different stats against movement 8 and backlining with no skills, with dodge and KFoged, because that will be your benchmark, because that is what you can always do if you have 11 players. We will stay with this setup. If we have 2 guard players, I will put a guard over here as well on the catcher, but we need the guard in here because we're pretending it's string 3. So let's see if we can get a touchback and see if we today can hit the right player. We cannot. But the player we want to score with is this guy. So it's simple. Blitz in. Push and start the chain. We need him to move around to the next block. We can already put him in now, but that was where we wanted a guard, if we can get a guard more. And as you can see, if we had a guard more, it will allow us to do this block. And then it's suddenly 3+, 3+, 2+. So we get a 3+ block to make it 3+ block, but it's again a set of dice. So it's 3+ with reroll to make it take away a 4+. So to recap before, currently we are looking at 4+, 3+, 2+ without doing the last block, but risking that 1 in 36 on a block that works 32 and 36, we can make it into 3+, 3+, 2+, which is basically roundly adding 10 to 12% of the dodge part of the play. The same setup, we can actually use this if you want to risk a 3+ block. Then we have a 5+ block that can allow us to actually get an extra push, which means this works with movement 7 as well. Remove the odds because we don't need them. Get a block, we get a block. Following up, move him around. This time we block from the back corner. Good. And we need him up in this square this time for what we want to do. And we need an extra 3+ block here. In this case he's going down, so hopefully he's staying there. He's KO'd, but we can cheat because we got an Apo. So he stays there. So we also add the 2+ because we need this player to move. If not, we could have like a ball carrier that could have moved up potentially if we're lucky. If we're playing like elves. But he moves up. And now we get the option, depending on what this block is. We could have chosen to move the ball carrier in scoring range, or we can move this one first. So pushing him up in that square, allowing us to move this way, doing the extra block. But we actually managed to get it down to 3+2+. And in range for movement 7. So next up, let's look about the same defense but with the straddling player under the line of scrimmage. I don't mind the straddling player if it's a stand firm, or if it's a sidestep or something better than just like a strings 3 player. Potentially a big guy, but big guys you could still in theory do this against. So let's show what we can. Our ball carrier is here, so you can see which direction we can put him. It takes one extra block. We need one there, we need a block. We need to try again. Need to fill this square. Stunty has dodge, and we got out to dodge on. It's perfect. And woo. And whoopty, it's suddenly 2+. So let's take a look at that. So movement 8, close side door, we got 2 dice needing a 5, 2 dice needing a 5, 2 dice needing a 5, plus, and we got then 2 dice needing something. Into dodge, go for it. Which you can see if we compare to the benchmark is actually, especially with a team reroll and depending on your skills, it's all of them are slightly better. Besides actually with dodge is pretty much the same, but as soon as you have a team reroll it's still slightly better. Dodge shows it's better, but especially if your ball carrier is just movement 8, this is of course great because it's straight in with 26% instead of 17.6. So straddling player is great, not so much if it's a bad player. This was the last part of this this time. I hope you like it. If you like it, give me a subscribe and a like. And please watch the 2 other episodes of the podcast. And KFoged signing out.